Hello and happy Tuesday from this Happy Tuesday baby at Radically Rational and RadicallyRational.com. So both Monday night winning quarterbacks were fighting through some funk last night. Jalen Hurts of the Eagles had the flu, and Joe Burrow of the Bengals was still dealing with that chronic calf strain that made him a game time decision. But they're both gamers, and they both came out on top. Okay, just because I'm a glutton for punishment, I went back and rewatched the Cowboys debacle Sunday against the Cardinals. This would be my concern going forward. This is not a new problem, okay? This dates back to last year or even before that. That team can't stop the run. The Cardinals rushed for 222 yards, 187 in the first half alone, and it was no fluke. Dallas defenders were just getting mauled. Now, if you can't stop the Cardinals running game, how are you going to handle the Eagles, or worse yet, the 49ers? That is a concern. All right, so Derek Carr is week to week with a strained AC, which is kind of a separated shoulder. So they say he's week to week, but he's not going to play this week, I don't think, against the Bucs. Jimmy Garoppolo is still in the concussion protocol, so you could pretty well rule him out against the Chargers, who have themselves lost their star wide receiver, Mike Williams, for the season with a torn ACL. As Frank Gifford once famously said, pro football is like nuclear war. There are no winners, only survivors. I cannot believe that Chargers coach Brandon Staley still has a job. That is coaching malpractice, and it's chronic. And now, this makes me sad because I kind of like and respect the Jets' Robert Saleh. I've kind of liked the way he handles his business, but he is this close to losing that team because of his inexplicable decision to ride with Zach Wilson, and now he's pissed Joe Namath off, something that you don't want to do with the Jets fan base or with the New York media. Here's what's different so far, in my opinion, about the 2023 Longhorns: mental toughness, togetherness, defense, and an improving vertical passing game. Sark's doing a nice job right now. So the TV talking heads keep telling me that Washington is actually the most complete college football team in the country. Well, I'm going to have to give the Huskies a look over then if that's the case. And how about the ACC? ACC! I'll go all Dick Vitale on you. We're a month in now in football season, and that conference still has 6 undefeated teams? You do realize that Colorado is no better than a 6-6 team, don't you? If they get to 6-6. Have you seen the numbers that former UIW quarterback Cam Ward is putting up at Washington State? That is insane. Texas Tech, 1-3, and now the Red Raiders have lost their quarterback for 8 weeks or more with a broken left fibula. When it rains, it pours. All right, when Verlander, when he gets that high fastball working, he is still absolutely deadly, and he picked a pretty good time to have it going on last night as the Astros beat the Mariners by a score of 5-1, and it's critical. You know, we, meaning me, have been so concerned about the Astros nosedive, we've lost sight of the fact that the Mariners are not playing well either. They've lost 4 in a row and 7 of their last 10. So while it looks unlikely, sadly, that the Astros are going to overtake the Rangers for the AL West championship, they still have a little pad over the Mariners in the race for that 3rd and final American League wild card. Okay, reality check time. Isn't it time that everyone in America finally comes to grip with the obvious? The former and wannabe future president of the United States is literally, clinically, medically, and dangerously insane. Execute Milley. Shut down the government if the GOP doesn't get every single thing it wants. Dismantle the media. A gun shop tour and photo op, video op. Donnie, I don't know how to rate this to you, dude, but you're out on bond. That may have been a leak. They really don't want you messing with firearms right now. That's kind of the way it works in this country, but you don't know how anything works in this country, and that's your basic problem. Now he's complaining that he's not going to get a jury trial in the fraud thing. It's because your incompetent attorney checked the wrong box. And now our biggest national concern is whale killing windmills. I think we're tilting at some windmills here. Can we just face the fact that the boy ain't right? And there's nothing funny about it, because this country literally will not survive 4 more years of that insanity. Oh, and further evidence that he knew he'd lost the election, and he told everybody that, but he was embarrassed because he thought it was embarrassing to lose to Joe Biden. So all he did is put this country through untold hell that persists to this very day. One more thing, please don't tell me that there's really no difference between the two parties, at least at this point in American history. While McCarthy continues to coddle the likes of MTG, Boebert, Gates, Tuberville, et al., do you hear even one Democrat defending or protecting Menendez? No, they're just saying, get your shit and get out of here. There is an integrity gap between the two parties. That's my position on this Tuesday, right here at Radically Rational.